What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. As you are closing in on the last week of this month, it is time for us to check out another episode of top 10 brand new completely free to play games you can play right now during the month of April. This month so far has been pretty solid for free to play game releases. We got so many awesome fun indie projects to talk about alongside a couple of big titles as well. And as always guys, all of these games are 100% free to play. You can simply go ahead and download them right now on Steam. Alright, starting at number 10, we got Police Chief Simulator Early Days. This one is a very specific type of a game for a specific type of player. It's basically a mix of management simulation plus light police roleplay, and it's actually more about running a police station than being out there shooting criminals. Gameplay wise, you're playing as a young police chief and your job is to build up your entire station from scratch. So you are handling crime reports, assigning officers, investigating cases, and slowly expanding your team and facilities. There is also a whole system where you send patrol unit around the area, gather intel and try to take down gang control, so there's a bit of a strategy to it as well. Right now this is the prologue or the early demo version of the game, but there's a good amount of content and it is right now pretty popular, and it's mostly a single player experience as expected, and it is completely free to download and try out right now on Steam. Moving on at number 9, we got Looters. This one is honestly one of the most fun play with a friend type of a game. So it's basically a 2-player co-op style of a stealth heist game, but instead of serious criminals, you are playing as these tiny little goblins breaking into a mansion. The gameplay is actually pretty fun as long as you have a friend to play with. It's designed from the ground up to be a split screen co-op experience, so you have to work together like stacking on top of each other, sneaking through tight spaces, distracting enemies and grabbing loot without getting caught. And each run takes place inside a heavily guarded manor filled with different type of enemies. There are hidden rooms, secrets, tons of loot, and you try to grab as much as possible and escape alive. Unfortunately, there is no solo mode here. You need to have a friend to play with you, and it is right now totally free to download on Steam. Hello Heist is one of those free games that just dropped on Steam a couple of days ago, and it's pure chaos in a best possible way. It's a multiplayer focused first person free to play heist game, but instead of being super tactical and serious, it leans more into crazy unpredictable fun with your friends. The main idea is very simple. You jump into a match with other players and try to pull off a massive bank heist, stealing over 15 million and escape alive. But it's not just you, there are multiple teams competing and the AI police consistently pushing you, and even random chaotic events that can completely mess up your plan mid-game. Gameplay wise, it is a mix of PvP and PvE, so you are fighting real players, dealing with AI enemies and also adapting to random stuff happening during the match. And the cool part is you can actually play as different roles. You can be a robber working with your team, or switch it up, become a disruptor, basically sabotaging everyone else's heist however you want. It is again fully multiplayer focused with online co-op, and the more players you have and the more chaotic and fun it gets. Right now it is on early access on Steam, just launched, so not a lot of people know about it at the moment, but some of the early reviews seems very positive, so download and try it out yourself. Moving on, next up we got Race Max Pro, which is another brand new free-to-play arcade racing game that we already talked a bit about in one of my previous videos. This one specially made for the fans of arcade-style fast-paced racing games, and if you're a fan of games like Asphalt Legends, this game is going to be right up on your alley. And obviously this is a mobile game, finally getting a proper PC version, which is great, and you can simply download it on Steam at the moment. Gameplay-wise, it is not trying to be a hardcore simulator at all. It's all about quick, intense races and clean control, and you get multiple type of racing, street racing, drift and drag, and each plays completely different to each other. Remind me a lot of the old Underground games. For a free to play title, there is a solid amount of content here. You got a fully single player career campaign where you progress through chapters, unlock faster cars and build your garage over time. Then on top of that, you got online multiplayer modes including rank league, even quick matches that you can jump in with your friends. So all in all guys, if you're into arcade racing style games, car customization and quick online races, this one is a solid option to try out on the free-to-play market. Moving on to another brand new free-to-play indie style game called 8 Hour Workday. This one is honestly kinda creepy in a very unique way. It is one of those anomaly style horror games similar to stuff like Exit 8, where you're basically stuck in a weird office and something just feel off, and the whole goal is very simple: survive your shift and make it through the workday without messing it up. Gameplay is all about observation and memory. You're walking through the same office spaces over and over, trying to spot anything unusual, like objects moving, weird changes in the environment, or straight up dangerous anomalies. And if you miss something or react wrong, you're basically restarting, so it's become this tense loop of paying attention to every single detail. It is of course a single player only experience, no multiplayer or co-op. It is more of a short but replayable game where challenge is to mastering all of these anomalies and make it through cleanly. So if you're a fan of horror games, psychological horror games, want to try out something unique, this one is totally free to download right now on PC. At number 5, we got Mogate, a top-down style free-to-play survival horror game with a really strong story focus and got that creepy old-school vibe that actually works really well. This one reminds me a lot of old-school Resident Evil game but in 2D top-down style. In this game, you're playing as Maria, who wakes up trapped inside this abandoned asylum, and yeah, things go downhill real fast from here. In terms of gameplay, it's a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and survival mechanics. You're moving through those interconnected asylums, unlocking doors, finding new paths, and managing the limited resources while dealing with the monsters roaming around. You either can fight them or avoid them. There's a bit of a strategy how you approach each situation. It does look like a simple little 2D game, but it got a very interesting story with a proper mystery behind it. I'm not gonna spoil anything. It is of course a single player only experience, pretty short, narrative driven. You can finish the game within an hour or so, and also pretty easy to run even if you have a low-end PC or a laptop. At number 4, we got Super Bloody. This one is straight up weird but in a really funny way. So Super Bloody is a roguelite hack and slash style of a game where you play as a demon that got accidentally summoned by a bunch of vegetables, and now your mission is to just go on full revenge spree and turn everything into a soup. I know it sounds dumb, but it works perfectly for this game's tone. Gameplay wise, it's a classic roguelike stuff. It's all about fast-paced combat and replayability. You're running through levels, fighting off waves of enemies and upgrading your abilities every run, but the unique twist is that you can actually move through the blood of your enemies, which adds a bit of a strategy to positioning and movement. So each run feels different because you're constantly picking up new powers, upgrades, and spices that change how you play. It is another single player only experience, right now totally free to download on Steam. Moving on, at number 3, we got Myth of Empires Tron. This one is especially for the people who love massive sandbox style survival games, and no doubt one of the best free-to-play games to come out this month. It's basically a multiplayer warfare sandbox with some RPG elements, kind of mix of Rust, Conan Exile, and large-scale medieval battles. The game officially dropped on Steam about a week ago, and right now doing pretty decently, having about 3,000 plus concurrent players. The gameplay is actually pretty deep. You start from nothing, then gather resources, craft gear, build your base, and slowly grow it into a full-on faction. There are over 1,300 crafting recipes, tons of weapons, even system where you can tame animals, recruit NPCs, and build your own army to fight alongside with you. The main focus here is definitely multiplayer. It's a full MMO style experience with both PvP and PvE, and you got huge battles like Fortress Siege, Territory Wars, cross-server fights, and the cool part is the game actually runs in seasons, so server reset and everyone start fresh, which keep things more competitive. Right now it is completely free to play, available on PC. You can download the game through Steam or you can download using their own launcher. At number 2, we got Neverness to Everness. This is easily one of the biggest upcoming free-to-play games right now, and it's technically dropping on 29th of April, so I have to include it. So if you're watching the video a couple of days time, the game probably already be out. It's a supernatural style open world action RPG. Honestly, the easiest way to describe it, that is basically a GTA style open world with anime characters like Genshin Impact. So instead of a fantasy world, you are in this massive modern city where weird paranormal stuff just randomly happens. In this game, you play as an anomaly hunter, basically taking on strange supernatural cases while exploring the city, meeting new characters, and building your own story. Gameplay wise, man, this game absolutely stacked with everything you can do in the open world. It's pretty ambitious, and on top of that, there's real-time combat with squad system where you can team up with different characters that has unique abilities. There is so much hype around this game at the moment, so we have to wait and see what it's all about in a couple of days time. It's launching as a free-to-play title on PC, PlayStation 5, and also on mobile with full cross-platform support, which is really awesome to see. Alright, moving on, at the top spot we got Fortnite Save the World. And yes, the Fortnite Save the World finally going free to play is a massive moment, because this is the original PvE mode that was locked behind a paid pack for years, and now everyone can jump in without paying anything. So if you don't know, Save the World is Fortnite's core PvE mode, completely different from the Battle Royale. Instead of dropping into 100 player matches, you're teaming up with your friends, or you can play solo to fight off waves of husks, build bases, complete missions, and slowly progress through a full story campaign. And this was the original idea behind Fortnite. So you got every gameplay aspect that you expect from the Battle Royale. It got base building, looting, crafting, and tower defense style combat. You go out during missions, gather resources, upgrade weapons, set up traps, and defend your fort when the enemies start attacking in waves. There is also a full story driven campaign you can jump in. It is mainly PvE, co-op play. You can play with up to 4 players, but the great thing about it that you can still enjoy the game as a solo player, and it packed with different style of missions like rescue, defense, exploration, and survival. So now that is finally free to play, it is basically turning into one of the biggest co-op survival games available overnight. So if you're someone like me who never got the chance to play this, now is your time to jump in and try it out, and it's also available on pretty much all platforms. Well, there you have it guys. These are some of the best brand new free-to-play games you can try out right now during the month of April. And let me know down in the comment section which game you're gonna try out first. And as always guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned for more free-to-play game coverage like this. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.